Right now, voters in Washington County are lining up to vote.
Let's get to 4029 Chip Scarborough live at a polling location in Fayetteville. Chip, there was quite a long line earlier. What's it looking like there now?
And Brandon and Allison, it is long right now. I actually stopped one voter and asked her, how long did she wait? She said about 45 minutes. I also talked to the supervisor of this polling location about the crowd here. She said she did not expect the crowd to be this big at all. So let's show you what we're talking about right now as photographer Shelby Wyatt is going to pan around and show you what it looks like in the auditorium here at Central United Methodist Church in Fayetteville. You can see the line just winding through the auditorium here at the 5 o'clock hour. And I can tell you the line has gotten longer since we've been here about 3:30 this afternoon. Some people, they just have not been able to wait. They got in here, they saw the line, how long it was, and they knew they couldn't wait, so they're going to make another attempt later. So we're going to kind of pan to the left now and show you where people are making their way to once they're able to get to the front of the line and back through there. That's where people can cast their ballot. There are a number of machines there. And you might be able to see a lady walking with her dog there right now. The dog is actually wearing an American flag. The whole crowd here has been talking about that this afternoon. Certainly a sight to see there. So polling going to be open here about another 2.5 hours or so. The polls will close at 7:30 this evening. We are going to continue to monitor the crowd here. The line is getting longer. Stay with us throughout this newscast for new information. For now, live in Fayetteville in Washington County, Chip Scarborough, 4029 News.
All right, good look there, Chip, although I don't think that dog's old enough to vote. Fayetteville voters, though, they're being asked to consider a number of capital improvement projects. Voters are going to decide whether or not to continue a 1% sales tax to pay for them. Now, the tax was approved in a previous bond elections. It's scheduled to end when the current bonds are paid off. So the 2026 bond, it asks voters to continue the tax to pay for the new set of projects. Now, question 2, it's for capital improvement bonds. $150.5 million for water and sewer upgrades. Question 3, parks system bonds. Support parks improvement, including the purchase of land with a $25.5 million bond. Question 4, it's going to finance a new animal shelter, more than $18 million in bonds.
Question 5, $3.8 million in bonds would finance city trail system and improvements. And question 6 is all about roads and transportation. $56 million in bonds would go to pay for road repairs and new pedestrian infrastructure like sidewalks. Question 7 would support a new recycling drop-off facility and hazardous waste facility. Question 8 proposes about $61 million in bonds to be used for a new year-round aquatics and recreation center. That would include indoor and outdoor pools and sports facilities. And then question 9 would allow $18.65 million to go to a new fire training facility and fire station. If question 1 on continuing the tax fails, then the city will not be able to fund any projects with bond money. So a little confusing there, but it all kind of stacks together, you could say.
Correct. Now, another big race that we're watching tonight is for the Washington County judge. Republican candidates are incumbent Judge Patrick Deakins, Tim Shepard, and Mark Scalise. So Dana D. DeRee, the sole candidate for the Democratic Party nomination.
In the River Valley, voters in Crawford County will decide between incumbent Sheriff Daniel Perry and challenger Rick Rice in the Republican primary, an election that will effectively determine who leads the sheriff's office for the next 4 years. This year, there are non-Democratic or independent candidates. There are no non-Democratic or independent candidates, I should say. And right now, we are going to get to more what's happening in the River Valley, I believe, with our election coverage.
Yeah, are we going to the River Valley now? Is that where we're going? Okay, let's go to the River Valley. I believe we have Brett Rains there with a look at what's going on there. Brett.
Well, guys, we're live at Eastside Baptist Church here in Fort Smith. It's one of 31 voting centers open today throughout Sebastian County. After work rush hour, that's happening here as well. People in line getting registered to get their ballots and everything. Now, we've talked to a lot of voters today. Take a look at this video. Many voters we've talked to tell us that they voted in too many elections to count. They're glad to do their civic duty for this primary election. We also talked to a first-time voter, Josiah Canby, who voted today for the very first time with his mother. We talked to him about why he thought it was important to get out and vote. Take a listen.
It was good. It's kind of scary, I guess, but I mean, I got it done. I feel like, every vote matters, and yeah, just every vote matters, and it's very important to vote.
Just turned 18 a few months ago, and We've always taught our kids it's your duty to vote, and it's a pleasure to vote, and it definitely affects your future. He's amazing, and we want the best for him and his future, so naturally we have to encourage our kids to get out and vote.
Now you can tell she was definitely a proud mom for that moment to vote with her son for his very first time. Now here in the River Valley and throughout the state, Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, you can choose the voting center nearest you, of course, as long as you're in the county where you're registered to vote. As of now, we've not had any reports of any major problems. There have been instances of people having trouble choosing exactly which ballot they want to vote. Election workers say they can help you with that, and they can also help if you're not sure about your registration status. You show up at your nearest voting center, and the election workers will be more than happy to help you. Live in Fort Smith, Brett Rains, 4029 News.
Brett, thank you. Now, there are also several statewide races that we are watching very closely. Two candidates looking to secure the Democratic nomination for governor, State Senator Fred Love and Bentonville businesswoman Supa Cypress Sith Mays. On the Republican ballot, Governor Sanders running unopposed. Now, in the Republican primary for Arkansas Secretary of State, voters are deciding between Kim Hammer, Kathy Hardin Harrison, and Brian Norris.
And there are several new races that we're watching closely in Benton County. In Circuit Judge District 19, West Division, 6 candidates are running. The candidates are Joshua Robinson and Mike Armstrong. Division 6, I should say. 2 candidates are running. Robinson is currently the deputy prosecutor in Benton County. Armstrong is a criminal defense and family law attorney. And the Circuit Judge District 19, West Division 8, the candidates are Ryan Blue and Tim McDonald, both attorneys in Northwest Arkansas. That is a new court division. The court will handle criminal, civil, probate, and domestic relations cases.